everyone, it's Brandon, and even though just over a month has already passed since the show itself, in this video I wanted to present you with all the preparation and fun that came with attending the Sleep Token Red Rocks Ritual Experience. This is essentially a spiritual successor to my two-part Sleep Token Denver Ritual Experience vlog series from back in that was September of 2023, which I highly encourage you to go watch if you haven't seen it already or are new to my channel. Thankfully, this video will not be nearly as long as those previous videos, as I've sought to condense everything about this particular show into one video. Nonetheless, when it was announced that Sleep Token would be playing a headlining spot at the beautiful Red Rocks Amphitheater in nearby Morrison, Colorado, it was immediately super anticipated, and as a result, getting a ticket was going to be an absolute feeding frenzy. So tickets went on sale on December 13th, 2023 for Sleep Token's artist presale, and then the standard sale occurred the following Friday on December 15th. However, and unlike the last time that I got tickets to see Sleep Token in Denver, the artist presale was set to go live while I was at work, and so I was more than ready to land a ticket at face value this time. And so, with my computer open at my desk and with an eagle eye, I waited for the queue to open and, well, hoped for the best. And once I saw that I was in the queue loading up when waiting to go get tickets, and then I got dropped out of the queue. Okay, no worries. I tried again, and I got dropped out of the queue again. This and the following were common occurrences for many people. After several more tries of re-entering and being dropped out of the queue, I was able to get through to where I was able to see where I could select a quantity of tickets to purchase. And then when I would go to select one measly little ticket, I got dropped out of the ticket checkout and back to the start of the queue to wait again. This would also happen several more times, as I would get dropped out either while selecting the number of tickets or right as I was about to click to check out. And then even better in a few instances, I did complete the checkout only to be told that all the tickets had sold out then. Though thankfully it should be noted that there were efforts being made to vet for bot accounts that were also attempting to buy up all the tickets at once. And so it wasn't the end of the world necessarily if your ticket checkout didn't succeed the first few tries. As already mentioned, I wasn't alone in this mess, as several other people on social media were reporting the exact same issues, including many of the people who I got to know and have stayed in touch with since the September 2023 Mission Ballroom show through our Instagram group chat. And so with all this nonsense, it was time to strategize. And by strategize, I mean we just decided to try and buy as many tickets as we could, if we could even get that far, and then figure out who still needed tickets in turn. Unlike many other stops Sleep Token had planned for the 2024 Teeth of God tour, the tickets for Red Rocks were eligible to be transferred to other people digitally a little closer to the show date. So in the end, and for $150 each, I was eventually able to worm my way through the ticket checkout portal and buy the maximum of 4 tickets. In further coordinating with my peeps from the Mission Ballroom show, I was eventually able to transfer 3 of these tickets, effectively resold at face value, to people from the Mission Ballroom crew who weren't so lucky at getting through the wait queue and the ticket checkout. But with a ticket secured, all I had to do was wait 5 months for the day of the show to arrive. And in addition, and as I haven't noted until now, this was also actually my first ever show at Red Rocks, just period. And even as a lifelong Colorado resident, this led to its own fun experience. Well, it's about 4:15 p.m. and I'm getting ready to leave. I am not off to a great start because I have pinched my finger putting my backpack together. What else? I put my wallet in my pocket and proceeded to think I misplaced it somewhere, so I flipped my room upside down and then realized I had my wallet in my pocket. But hey, getting ready to go for Sleep Token. Let's see what happens. Again, I didn't leave too terribly late this time, but we'll see how parking's like. Got some of the essentials here, a couple water bottles, chapstick, hand sanitizer, glasses cleaner, yada yada yada. Then of course doing my whole trick of just dumping everything into my clear bag, so getting through secure is easy. So got my little hearing or ear protection, beanie because it's gonna get a little cold, mints, extra phone for filming, battery packs, yeah, just easy stuff there. Shout out to, forget who it was last time back in September of 2023 that recommended getting one of these solar charging battery packs. Very handy, and this thing goes for quite a while, so glad to have this. I also have my big coat with me because, again, getting colder. The only high was about 63 today, so gonna be a little cold getting out of there, so taking this with me. I should also mention I'm kind of cranky right now because I'm hungry. So we're gonna get it going on the road here to Red Rocks. with one very important stop along the way. If you know anything about me, this won't surprise you. Because some things never change. Also, in my 30 minutes driving over here, I totally forgot that you can put a Panda Express in a mall, so, whatever. I'm here, I'm gonna get my food, bon appetit. Alright, I successfully got parked in the lower south lot. Wasn't as hard as I was expecting it to be. I don't know if any of the people I met from Mission Ballroom last September are going to be in this particular area, so we'll see how that goes and see who I run into. And this is what I was warned about, a dreaded hike up to the line. This is not the line, this is parking, so I'm walking quite a ways up to get in line. I apologize for the shaky footage you're about to see in this walking montage, but up in the distance there in the center, that is Red Rocks. Got a ways to go. Shit. Fortunately, I didn't have to keep walking for too much longer, as one of my Mission Ballroom show contacts spotted me from where they were in line and pulled me aside, and then I got to munching on my Panda Express. However, and as I only had arrived about 45 minutes until doors opened, we found ourselves moving in soon enough. You're gonna watch me Okay,
yep, I got Nancy on it. It's him with the outfit.
And for only getting to Red Rocks just about, again, 45 minutes before doors opened, we all managed to land a pretty nice spot near the top of the sound booth in row 18.
What are you doing with these?
Oh, with the red ones? You just trade them at concerts. If you want one, you can.
Say hi to YouTube. Let's go. And while getting nice and adjusted in row 18, I happened to look over to my left and spot a familiar face, someone who, if you have watched my previous videos on the Sleep Token Mission Ballroom show in 2023, someone who, after that particular show, I interviewed over a video call, and now I got to meet them in person for the first time. So, hey everybody, if you remember from the last Sleep Token vlog that I did over here on the channel, you'll remember Laura Earley.
Yep, Laura rocks Denver.
Laura, for context, I got here about 45 minutes before doors open. 45 minutes before doors open, I got here. Laura's been here since
11 a.m.
And how'd that go for you?
We had a great time in line. Everybody was amazing. The fan base is spectacular. Very giving people, very generous people. Awesome friends. We made some great friends in line. Yeah. But we're in the exact same row. I've been here since 11 a.m. And my friend here has been in line for 45 minutes before the doors open. We're in the exact same row, and it's only because the people on our security line did not let us in on time. Everybody else got in early. So we're fine, it's fine. We're here, we're happy to be here, and it's gonna be a great show.
Yeah, and still got solid views.
Yes, great views. Going. Check out Laura Rocks Denver for my videos.
Yes, indeed. You'll see lots of live footage from here. I might steal from you some of that.
Please do.
For sure. All right, cool. Well, let's keep on rolling, people.
All right, rock on, people.
After a little more time just hanging out and chatting with people and also watching the Denver Nuggets in their playoff game at the time, and as well as making sure we didn't lose our spot, we first saw the opening band of the Teeth of God tour, Empire State Bastard.
To believers.
Now, leading up to this show and during it, a lot of the reception that I had read online about Empire State Bastard was quite mixed, to say the least. They were certainly a stark contrast to the dark, slow, and ruminative music that A.A. Williams, who Sleep Token brought through North American 2023 brought to the table. However, let me say this as someone who was first exposed to Empire State Bastard because of this show. In repeatedly listening to their sole album that they have out since seeing them at Red Rocks, I keep finding more and more things I like about this particular band from someone who is currently trying to pull from all sorts of different places to try and develop my own original music ideas. Admittedly, this also comes in large part to Empire State Bastard's use of the C standard and drop A sharp guitar tunings, which I am an absolute sucker for bands that do that, and they very much piqued my interest further when I found this out. If you are interested further in Empire State Bastard, definitely be sure to check out their debut album, Rivers of Heresy. Now, before we get into Sleep Token's set, I do want to highlight how funny it was during the in-between, how it was watching the stage techs do all their final preparation work beforehand, and people just going absolutely nuts for them while they were doing their thing.
Come on, hit something, do it. Yeah, stage crew! Oh, now he's Vessel.
And additionally, just before Sleep Token went on, it did start raining, but thankfully said rain was not around for very long to mess with the show at all. And without further delay, here's a compilation of Sleep Token performing at Red Rocks from my point of view. Getting home from the show was ultimately very uneventful and quiet, but that's also noting it took me 45 minutes just to get out of the parking lot. I assume this is a common thing for Red Rocks, so you get what you get. This is also where I stopped filming while out in public in the wild, and as I'm sure footage of me sitting around in a parking lot waiting to get out in near total darkness would be rather boring for you to watch in a vlog video, so just know we're here now, I got home safe. Now look, I could go on forever again about how much I love Sleep Token already and their music, as well as how joyful it's been to see them live twice already. However, I think my previous body of work on YouTube, including cover videos I did before and immediately after the Red Rocks show, speaks enough for me on that. Instead, this segment of the video is for someone else who wanted to see Sleep Token at Red Rocks coming from far, multiple states away, and who also reached out to me to talk about their show experience and was cool enough to hop on camera to do so. And after I had posted about asking Sleep Token fans on various places on social media about appearing in this video to talk about their experience. All right, everybody, leading into the next part of this video where I had the chance to connect with someone from out of state who came to the Sleep Token Red Rock show, I have with me here
Mallory.
Mallory, good to have you here. Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Wisconsin.
And so you made your way out to Sleep Token to Red Rocks. From
I
Wisconsin.
did, yes.
Whereabouts specifically in Wisconsin?
I reside in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
What caused you to choose making the trip out to Red Rocks for seeing Sleep Token?
So a couple reasons, but actually the biggest one being that whole Ticketmaster mishap that
Oh boy.
happened. Yeah, so my friend and I wanted to go, and we actually missed the show in Minnesota, not realizing that there was one. So missed that one, and then when they released the whole Teeth of God tour, we were like, oh, we should go. And we were looking at like going to Chicago, because that's about like a 6-hour drive from us, and a couple other places. And then when I actually signed up for the pre-order ticket, whatever thing, the emails, never got the email. And then that's when I started seeing it all blowing up online that, you know, all the scalpers had come in and taken all the tickets when they weren't supposed to. But then my friend was like, well, what about Denver? She's like, because, you know, their tickets are done through their own ticket agency, not through Ticketmaster. And so I was like, okay, well, let's see how much the tickets are and how much like flight prices are. I said, you know, I could use a vacation, you know, let's do something fun. So we looked up tickets, and she was like, I can buy resale tickets. And I actually either called or emailed or like chat, whatever I did, I don't remember, like the ticket place at Red Rocks. And I was like, hey, if we buy these resale tickets, like, are they still valid? And they said, yes, any tickets bought through us are valid. So we bought resale tickets, and then we're like, all right, we'll figure everything else out. And so
it's like that.
Had the yeah.
You ever
it's
see
like
that one meme
that goes around?
Yeah.
Yes. With the dude on the stairs. Yeah. So yeah, we were like, all right, we got our tickets. We've got that done. And then we bought our flights, which ended up being super cheap. Got an Airbnb that ended up being super cheap. So it wasn't a bad deal at all. I got to travel. I've never been out west before, so it was very exciting.
Good deal. Were you able to at least get something at least closer to Red Rocks, anything of that nature?
Yeah, so we stayed, I think it was technically like Arvada or Avada. Yeah. So we were right there, and we didn't mind driving. We actually ended up staying there for 5 days, so we made a whole trip out of it.
Good deal.
I actually have my Garden of the Gods shirt on today that I got at the gift shop.
Oh, yeah. So you went and pulled up to the Springs too during the trip. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We went hiking, so it was a lot of fun.
Glad you got to enjoy the beauty of our wonderful state here in Colorado.
Yeah.
Did you, along with, you know, getting just, you know, flights with that and living true to the concert ticket meme, did you have any kind of logistical hurdles for trying to get that figured out, or anything in particular with the tickets that came up, maybe even?
I think we overpaid a little bit for our tickets, because the night before the concert, I think Sleep Token had posted on their Instagram that there was more tickets released for the Red Rock show.
Yeah, I do recall that.
And they were like half the price that we paid for ours. But I was like, you know what? We're already here. Oh, well, it is what it is. So,
Gotcha.
But other than that, logistics wise, nope, we had great flight. Our Airbnb host was fantastic. I'm pretty sure his name was Andrew. So shout out, Andrew. You were fantastic.
Do you recall then maybe getting to the venue, getting to Red Rocks, if this was your first time out, anything?
Okay. Yes. So my friend had wanted to go earlier than when we got there, because she really wanted, because it was general admission. So She wanted to get, you know, as close up as we could. We ended up getting there, I think, around like 4:30, so 2 hours prior to gates opening.
Yeah.
And the whole top lot, the north lot, was already full. They were shooting everybody down to the bottom lot, and the line was literally zigzagged through the parking lot. And I was like, oh, okay, so we should have definitely gotten here sooner. Only to, like, once we got in the venue, which took forever, we were standing out there for a very long time. But actually, when we got into the venue and finally got to our seats, there was a lady behind us that said they had been there since 11:30 in the morning.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, well, you guys didn't get any closer than us, so it really wouldn't have mattered.
Talking about more when you actually got, when you were able to get seated, do you recall, maybe I'll gather some pictures and video from you as well. Do you recall how far back or how close you might have been?
Yeah, I think we were in like row 40, so we were pretty high up there. And there's actually a picture on Sleep Token's Instagram where I can zoom in and I can see me and my friend that were there.
Good deal.
A picture that Adam took. So
nice.
Yeah, I think we were like row 40 or like 42, somewhere in there. It was the 40s. But yeah, so we were high up, but you could see everything. I mean, I think that Red Rocks is a pretty great venue. So
compared to maybe just other typical venues that you've gone to for other shows, did anything stick out to your mind of, you know, Red Rocks maybe setting itself apart from anything that you've gone to previously? I
definitely enjoy the fact that, like, for myself, because I'm very short, being able to see everything.
With your 100 on there.
Yeah, so the fact that it is an actual, like, stadium and the seats keep going higher and higher, that was fantastic. Being able to just enjoy everything and fully see the stage. And of course, you've got the big screens on each side, but, being able to still see everything is fantastic. And just all around, I mean, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. When we were waiting in the parking lot, the sun was like peeking in and out from behind the clouds, and we were like, are we going to get rained on? We did end up getting rained on. But yeah, just beautiful. Get to take it all in. It's not like you're walking into just a concrete building.
Something I personally enjoyed with Red Rocks, also being a short individual myself,
yeah,
is that didn't really have to fuss with anyone around. People around who may have started having a little fun and started moshing like at the usual shows.
Mm-hmm,
so I'm sure you might have enjoyed that as well.
Yeah. I don't particularly partake in the mosh pits, but.
Let's go ahead and get to the show itself. What were the highlights for you?
So, I don't know. If I'm being honest, the entire thing was like such a spiritual experience.
That's
and
a fair assessment as well.
I'm pretty sure I cried half the time. So, but just, I think like it's one of those things too, where if you're a person that like doesn't go to concerts a lot, because I've seen quite a few bands and some I've been like, oh, live, they're not the greatest, or like live the sound is kind of distorted, but Sleep Token 100% amazing live. It was fantastic. Vessel's voice is beyond, I have no words. Highlights, I think that the set list was fantastic. Granted, I know that there's songs that all of us want to hear that weren't on the set list, but I think that it was a really great way to also kind of show the discography of the last 3 albums that they've had, starting off and then ending with The Night Is Long Not Belong to You and Euclid. I think that it just, full circle. And then Vessel's little dancey dances that he does. I mean, I think that we've seen enough videos of that on Facebook and Instagram and whatnot. So, his intros that he does to Rain, how I feel like every venue he's been doing a different intro.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, from TikTok videos.
I cannot tell you what the intro was for Red Rocks. I think somebody said it was like a Halo theme song or something.
I feel dumb if I missed that then, because I grew up on the Halo series. So if I missed that. Yeah. Well,
I think it's also kind of hard because like a lot of the videos, it's hard to hear the piano versus everybody talking and like being loud. Like, oh, what is he playing? Is he just like, doing whatever, or is it an actual song? So I'm
willing to bet that's just him messing around while he's waiting for his click track to come through.
Yeah,
and
something.
Yep. What'd you think of him just up and lying? I know he does all those antics during summoning solo. Yes. He just laid down.
Yes. Everybody was joking that he just needed a little nap and that he was a sleepy boy. So
my take on that was, it's like, oh, he's feeling the altitude come in. So.
Yep. The stairs got to him. Yeah.
I'd have to imagine they had to have had oxygen backstage, that they were just, when they were running off in between or changing out instruments, they'd go.
Yep, probably. It wouldn't surprise me. It's hard to like also remember the entire thing because like at this point now it's a blur and I want to go back. So like I go through my phone, I watch the videos that I took, and I'm like, oh, I was there.
Maybe turning our attention to, did you have any sort of concerns or things that might have gone better with how that show was handled?
I think the biggest gripe that I have with the entire night was the merch line, as insignificant as it might be for those that are familiar with Red Rocks. So when we got into the gate, like had our ticket scanned, the merch tent was at the very bottom. It was like right after you get in through the gate, it was there.
Right.
And then that's like, there's a little bit of a pathway and then the first set of steps. And then that takes you up then into the rest of the stairs that go into the auditorium. And then the stairs go all the way up to the very top. When we got in, the merch line was already all the way to the very top.
Yeah.
All the way up there. And then I guess there was another merch stand on the other side. The concert hadn't even started. The opener had not even come on yet. And I told my friend, I was like, I personally don't care to see the opener. I'll go wait in line for merch. I said, because I can sense that I'll probably get back right in time for Sleep Token to come on. So I got in line, ended up having a great conversation with people from the next state over. And the guy actually was from Wisconsin, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm from Stevens Point or something. And he's like, I've been to Eau Claire. So I ended up, having a nice little group of people to wait with. But the merch line took forever. And there was actually one girl that was with that group that was in the other line, and she came over and was like, that line's not even moving. And more people started to kind of filter over from the other side, saying that they had been sitting in the same spot for 20, 30 minutes.
Oh, geez.
And then when I finally did get down to the merch table, I did feel very rushed and kind of panicked. I was like, okay, I know I want 2 posters and 2 shirts, but then I was like, I don't know what shirt I want. And I was texting my friend and trying to tell her, what shirt do you want? Because we just totally walked right by it. We wanted to go get the closest seats that we could when we first walked in. So I just ended up getting us both the poster because we know we both wanted that. And then we just got the Teeth of God tour t-shirt. And then the coins, I didn't even see the coins there. I think that they were completely gone. And then my other gripe also on merch is I know that, people are going to buy how much they want to buy. But I do feel like there should be some type of policy that people can't just buy a whole garbage bag full of merch because that they're just going to go sell it on eBay. Because right after Red Rocks, we were already seeing coins pop up for $300, $250, $300, $400. And I'm like, really, guys? I distinctly remember watching 2 people walk away with a literal garbage bag full of merchandise.
Ouch.
Yeah, over the shoulder, hauling it up the stairs.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you did get your posters.
I did.
At least.
I got we both got our poster. I still have to hang mine up. I have to find a frame for it. And then, we both got the regular Teeth of God t-shirt that has all the tour dates on the back.
It's one of my Colorado friends here from the last time Sleep Token was here in Denver. She had waited out the merch line, or she pulled up at the end of it, and unfortunately, the last poster sold right before she got up there. No. So she was crushed.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I was actually helping people roll their posters because there was a couple people that couldn't roll them tight enough to fit in the tubes. And then the guy beside me ended up spilling his beer all over his, and I felt really bad. Yeah. I mean, they were pretty expensive too, so it's a tough spill. But I did end up making it back in time. I think I had 10 minutes before Sleep Token came on, so it was good timing. But it did take the full, pretty much an hour in line.
And that in the midst of also the opener as well, that's where you ended up. You were hanging up.
But I mean, even at the end of the night, once Sleep Token was over, that merch line was still all the way up at the very top of the stairs. Yeah.
I remember having to try wiggle through it to get out.
Yeah, you're like, is this the line that people are leaving, or are you guys waiting for stuff? What are we doing?
Well, with all that and kind of the main things that I wanted to cover here with you today, is there anything else just about your experience coming out here to see one of the most fascinating bands in modern metal today? In retrospective of your experience.
It was worth it, 100%. My friend and I actually got tattoos.
Cool.
I don't know if you can see. I have a Sleep Token inspired Luna Moth.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah, that was the first thing that we did when we got off the plane, is we went and got food and then tattoos. I was like, we're going to make this trip memorable. Again, first time out to Denver, to Red Rocks. What a better band to see. I think that the whole trip was just fantastic, and it's something that I'm going to remember forever. And if I could offer any advice to people, aside from, even just talking about Sleep Token, if you have a favorite band and they're going to play Red Rocks and you have the opportunity to go, 100% do it. I will definitely be back.
Yeah, I'll second you on that one, because that, as I'll mention, that was my first outing at Red Rocks too, and I've lived in the state almost 30 years now. So.
Oh my gosh, really? Wow.
Yeah, so I think for me it was likewise the best situation for me to go see. There are other bands that I've really liked that I had the opportunity to see at Red Rocks, but just ended up not being able to do it, and then just this happened to line up to be that this was going to be the perfect outing for that. Second to that, what would you say you really enjoy just about, I think there's a really good community, or the Sleep Token fan community is really, I don't know, they strike me as very caring of one another. Did you get that vibe as well? Just from
100, yes,
being around at Red
100%. Yes. I think that everybody was there to have a great time. Everybody was happy. Because I agree. Like, I've been to concerts before where some of the people, get volatile or, are kind of acting crazy. And I don't think that that's really the case with Sleep Token. I think that when people talk about like metal and rock heads being some of the nicest people that you'll ever meet, I think for this specific concert also, and Sleep Token fans in general, I think that is 100% the case. Everybody is so happy, so excited to be there. Everybody, wants the best for all the boys up there on stage, having a great time. And I think that the caring for the band by all of the fans is something that's very special. And I think that even though during the concert, like, none of them actually talk or say anything, I think that just the gratitude is felt through the music. And also with like Vessel, on his knees, just thanking everybody with those his cute little heart hands. Yeah, I think that the gratitude is really there, and I think that the fans feel that as well. So it's a very great community.
With that all said, Mallory, thank you so much for reaching out and taking the time to talk about your Red Rocks experiences. You're really glad to hear you had a great experience with that as well. And I think everybody's going to be really looking forward to hearing your experiences, or as well with what else I cover in the video. So Mallory, thank you so much again for taking the time to appear here.
Yeah, no problem.
So, as the title of this chapter says, there's a couple things of note that I want to mention to close out this video. As Mallory and I talked about, if you search Sleep Token Red Rocks on sites like eBay, you're still going to find plenty of listings, even at the time of this video coming out, even a month after the show, where people are still selling exclusive merch items at astronomically absurd prices. And in this case, this applies largely to the Sleep Token themed commemorative coins and posters that many people wanted as keepsakes. While I personally didn't have a vested interest in getting any merch items for this show, as this whole video is my personal keepsake, I want to say the following, which is applicable to fans of any artist that do merch runs for specific shows. I very much understand that it can be very draining to see people ahead of you in line hauling off with so much merch that it screws everyone else in line out of it, but please consider and do not give in to these grifters once the merch starts showing up on resale sites, and really because this only emboldens them to keep doing it. I would think this wouldn't be so much on the artists themselves, but rather who is ever responsible for distributing merch on their behalf. Please consider implementing policies of no more than X amounts of merch per person at shows like this, and while also noting that it could be as easy as people just hopping back in line to get even more merch if they're going to go try and sell it later online. I'm open to throwing ideas out there of how to further mitigate this. And to the lovely charlatans who are going out there to pillage all of the exclusive merch to later resell, if I were to know who these people were, the words that I would have for them would get me multiple community guideline strikes on YouTube. However, in order to not end this video on such a sour note, I also want to shine a light over to Project Atlantic, an ongoing fan project which I'm sure every Sleep Token fan under the sun is familiar with. But for those who may not know, since Sleep Token's Wembley show in 2023, this widespread group of fans has been responsible for some very beautiful displays and pictures from subsequent shows this year. In the case of Red Rocks, many volunteers passed out little red stickers that we stuck on our phone flashlights specifically to hold up when Sleep Token performed their song Chokehold. From where our crew was in Red Rocks and being able to look behind us for a quick glance, this was pretty cool to see. But the pictures and videos that I've seen of this since the show are an absolute marvel to look at. Project Atlantic continues to plan all sorts of really cool displays, and if you happen to be watching this from anywhere in Europe, definitely check out what sorts of fan projects they'll announce for Sleep Token's 2024 Europe tour starting in November. This again just kind of speaks to how generally awesome Sleep Token fans are, and I'm immensely thankful to be part of a fan base that cares so much about the band and each other, as well as consistently creating all sorts of awesome fan art and also very funny memes as well. Ultimately, this video is just a microcosm of the Sleep Token Red Rocks ritual experience. I certainly enjoyed it, and obviously many other people did as well. And if you happen to be there, I would certainly love to read about your experience down in the comments of this video. Otherwise, and as always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.